What's up, everybody? I am Destroyar, your coach of the Washington Wake Pokémon Draft League team, and today we are facing Game Dex and the Golden State Weezings in Week 6 of PBA. Let's have a quick look at the teams here. I'm on the left, he is on the right. Notable threats for him, he has Tornadus-Therian, Chi-Yu, Annihilape, Excadrill, good amount of offensive pressure there. Has an annoying amount of bulk potentially as well with Weezing, Alomomola, and Blissey. His Terra captains are Alomomola and Espeon, as well as his Murkrow and his Finizen. I don't expect to see them. You never know. Yeah, he's got Salamis. He has top-end speed with Hisuian Electrode. Hisuian Electrode is not necessarily the scariest of the fastest things, but we do need to respect its speed tier to some extent here. Anyways, yeah, he has a dual regenerator core with Tornadus and Alomomola. That with Blissey can make for some annoying stall type stuff potentially, but he definitely has some other build options available for him as well. So first up, we are going to bring our Roaring Moon. We're bringing a Booster Energy Attack Dragon Dance sweeping set here. With that attack boost and with a Dragon Dance, we can KO a good amount of his team, but we do need to soften up some certain walls. Alomomola, as well as especially Weezing. Even a +1 Iron Head is doing, I think, 55 to 60% of that thing. So we need to get a couple things weakened up before the Roaring Moon sweep, but the Roaring Moon sweep is kind of what my goal is for Plan A if everything goes correctly. Next up, we're bringing Iron Moth with Heavy Duty Boots. Planning to kind of use this more as a mid-game attacker. We have U-Turn on there because if he does bring his Blissey, I imagine that this is going to draw out his Blissey pretty well. And so we can't do much to Blissey, obviously, with just a special attacker like this. So we just want to lure it out, U-Turn ourselves out of the way. Fiery Dance and Sludge Wave have good coverage into his team. And I brought Toxic Spikes just because his only poison type is Weezing, who oftentimes wants to use its Levitate ability. So if it's using Levitate, or if we can get it out of the way, Toxic Spikes might be really nice to have into the team, especially against a Blissey potentially with Natural Cure, because every time it switches in, it will get poisoned anyways. Next, we are bringing our Quaquaval with a Choice Scarf. We've got just enough speed investment on this to where it outspeeds his Hisuian Electrode. With the Choice Scarf, we can hit it with an Ice Spinner, for super effective coverage there. Ice Spinner is also mainly there for his Salamence, because Salamence walls are dual stab combo with the fighting and water. But yeah, just hoping to come in as maybe a revenge killer or a fast pivot with this thing with Flip Turn. Aqua Step, close combat on there, potentially with some Moxie boosts late game. This could be a backup win condition for us. Next, we have our Skarmory. We are going with a Rocky Helmet, kind of a passive set here as usual. Pretty basic. He's got some good setup mons there that are pretty scary for us. Annihilape, for example. Having Whirlwind so that it can't just keep bulking up on us, as well as having our Rocky Helmet is really nice for the Annihilape matchup because it'll be hurting itself without us having to hit it and charging up its Rage Fist boosts. We do have Brave Bird, which will do a pretty good chunk into Annihilape if we need to get that thing finished off, and it'll just be a strong attack into a good amount of this team. Next, we are bringing our Ursaluna. Mentioned earlier, we have the U-Turn on our Iron Moth. Plan is if he brings out his Blissey, we can U-Turn and go right into our Big Bear here, and it's just going to be crushing things. Nothing wants to take a hit from our Big Bear here. So if he brings out any of his walls, this is our plan to break them down. Ursaluna is just so good at breaking down kind of slow, bulky teams. Worst case scenario, it can take a hit with its own bulk, and it usually can at least trade for something on his team. So using this as our main breaker. And lastly, we have our season debut of Florges. We're going with a Choice Specs Florges this week. Florges, I think, is most commonly used as a specially defensive wall. We're not really able to do that. We can kind of soak up a couple of hits just with its natural bulk here. But again, I think this is one that will lure out his Blissey or one of his walls. Moonblast will do a good chunk into almost his entire team. Giga Drain will 2KO his Excadrill, who resists. But yeah, we mostly want to lure things out, use Baton Pass to get into position with our Ursaluna, and Trick just in case we need to cripple one of his passive walls. Yeah, so that's the plan, and we are going to get into this fight. Wish us luck. What's going on, guys? We're getting into the fight here. Dex just let me know he is Terra Grass on his Alomomola, Terra Fairy on his Espeon. Didn't bring his Blissey. Was kind of planning to go with like a Florges lead here. A weird choice specs Florges lead. I actually did that in part because of Blissey, wanting to kind of be able to lure it out, but it also can take a couple of hits and deal out some pretty good punishment too. Other than his Guizing, I don't think anything wants to eat a Specs Moonblast from us. Okay, he leads with Tornadus. I think we just go for the Moonblast. If he wants to bring in his Guizing, that's fine. Okay, U-turns. Does he go Weezing? If he does go Weezing, Fish. Who's Fish? Oh, the fish. Okay. Let's see, what does this do to Alomomola? It's a pretty good chunk. I don't think he's Assault Vest. It does seem like he's got some maybe investment in Spadef. Yeah, let's just go for another Moonblast. If he wants to go into, he goes for Liquidation. Okay. Let's just go for another one. If he does stay in and die, then great. Probably doesn't. Let's go Weezing here. Goes to the Torn. Ooh, Torn is looking like potential AV here. Let's see. Yeah, Torn has to be AV, I think. We're just going to keep going. Let's hit him with another Moonblast here. Nails us with the Bleak Wind. Can we pick up the kill? Not quite. Yeah, we're just going to keep clicking Moonblast here. Florges is not doing usual Florges stuff, but it is doing a good job of breaking down his regen core here a little bit. Of course, they can just keep switching out. I got to assume he goes into his Weezing here. He certainly could just be saving it. Moonblast is even doing like half to Weezing, potentially. Okay, so he just opts to let his Tornadus go. Who comes in next? We're pretty much slower than the rest of his team here. Okay, that's fine. We're not gonna be able to tell much here. We just let this we just let Sally go down here. Goes for a Flamethrower. Yeah, we can just come in with Quack and do like a flip turn, I think. We are Scarf. Kind of assume he comes in with his Alomomola next. Yeah, let's just go for the flip turn here. Hope that he swaps out. Could also just go for a close combat. I think his Aloma's kind of low. I'm actually gonna go for a close combat. Who do we see? Oh, bummer. We should have done the flip turn. Okay. And he's neutralizing gas. Okay, I think we can just go hard into leftovers. Yeah, I think we can just go Luna on this one. Okay, does he also switch out? He probably sees us coming. He does, okay. Damn it, he goes into his fish. Okay, nice play. Oh, that fish, though. That fish we're not as worried about. I think a Headlong kills him here. And he doesn't have neutralizing gas, so a Headlong basically will kill something here. So I think we just go for a Headlong. Just in case he goes into his Annihilape. Okay, he leaves it in. Get rid of Alomomola, so that's nice. So come in with Chi-Yu though. Soul, who is Soul? Okay. Espeon. Even, I think we can live even at -1. Any one attack from this thing, so we could just stay in and kill it. But I think Skarmory is also a decent switch in here for us. Let's just go Skarm. Maybe I should be saving Skarm more thoughtfully. Goes for a Psychic. Ooh, did a lot. Okay, so I see Specs. Let's see here. Yeah, they did a lot. He's probably Timid Specs. I could go into Roaring Moon for free here. I was hoping to get Weezing a bit more chipped down before going into Roaring Moon. Roaring Moon is kind of my endgame plan. Or I can just do some damage here. Maybe let's go for a Roost and see what he does. Yeah, let's go for a Brave Bird just in case he wants to switch into. Okay, goes for Psychic again. This fish. I guess we can just die here and come in with Roaring Moon afterwards, I guess. I was hoping to save the booster energy, but whatever. Or we can come in with Quaquaval here too, fairly freely. Okay, he switches out. Who do we see? Is that the Weezing? Okay, that's the Weezing. Okay. Oh, we're still alive. Let's go for a Roost. Are we faster? Maybe I should have just gone for... Yeah, I should have maybe just gone for some more damage on that thing. That would have been in like Roaring Moon range potentially. Goes for Dazzling Gleam. I'm gonna do a Brave Bird here. I think maybe he switches out. Or stays in. Okay. Okay, he takes us out. Let's come in with Moth. I think Sludge Wave gives us a roll to KO him, so we're just going to go for a Sludge Wave here. Ooh, they did nothing. Nothing to charge his Rage Fist. Okay. Damn. We go... I think we need to go to Roaring Moon here. Hope he doesn't Drain Punch. We just need to hit this thing with an Acrobatics. This thing is super spadeff here. I think we survive a Drain Punch. We survive a close combat though. Goes for bulk up, okay. We just have to get some damage off on this thing, otherwise it's going to take over the game. Let's go aggro. Should do about 66 to 70, I think. Drain Punch probably kills us. Shit. Okay. Oh, we're screwed. Okay. Okay, let's think about this. I think we need to come in and do as much damage as we can with Fiery Dance, and then try and finish it off with Big Bear, because Rage Fist does not affect Big Bear. Let's just go for it. So Drain Punch on Big Bear is going to heal him up quite a bit. He at least can't heal as much versus our Moth there. Damn, okay. We're about to get swept, I think. Okay, we go for Headlong. Hope that it can get us into range to finish him off with Quack, otherwise we're just out of luck. Because he's also going to heal up quite a bit here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think we lost, unfortunately, here. Short of a crit on Quaquaval, we're toast. Come on, can we get a crit? We cannot, so that's going to be a good game, assuming he Rage Fists us here. Okay, so we are going to fall to 4-2, and we'll see you guys next week.